Hello dear friends, welcome to Top Scholars. Today we will learn about very important diagram of chapter 6, Photosynthesis, provider of food for all, and yes, you guessed it right. The diagram is a chloroplast, internal structure as revealed by electron microscope. Chloroplasts are the organelles which help in photosynthesis. They are oval bodies containing packed sacs called thylakoids. And do you know that they are stacked together? Thylakoids are arranged in a pile called grana. They lie in a matrix called stroma. Now, there is a pigment called chlorophyll present in the walls of thylakoids. And then fret are membranous long structures connecting grana and creating channels within stroma. That's all for the chloroplast structure. Next, we will understand the basic concept of food chain by observing the picture. As you can see in the picture, there are green plants. Green plants make their own food and hence called producers. Then these plants are consumed by primary consumers or plant-eating animals called herbivores such as rats, rabbits and grasshoppers, and then these primary consumers are consumed by secondary consumers. Secondary consumers are the animals which eat primary consumers or they eat the flesh of other animals. For example, lizard and snake. Flesh-eating animals are called carnivores. And then again, these secondary consumers are eaten by tertiary consumers such as hawk. So all these organisms are dependent on each other. That is how the food chain works. Next diagram is the opening and closing of stomata. The main labels here are guard cells and stomatal pore, and other labels are inner wall and outer wall. As already told, guard cells guards the stomata and stomatal pore is the opening on the surface of plants to facilitate gas exchange. The opening and closing of stomata depend on the turgor pressure caused by the osmotic flow of water in the guard cells. When the guard cells are turgid, they expand resulting in the opening of stomata. When the guard cells lose water, they become flaccid leading to stomatal closure. Now by looking at this picture, you must have got the basic idea of the stomatal opening and closing, but read the theory further to know the regulation of stomatal opening and more about it. Lastly, we will learn about the flowchart, which is of the highly simplified summary of the events in light-dependent reactions and light-independent reactions of photosynthesis. The flowchart shows light-dependent and light-independent reactions. Light-dependent reactions occur in chlorophyll-containing parts, the thylakoid of the chloroplast. It consists of 4 important stages. First is absorption of light energy. Second, splitting of water molecules as shown in the picture, and then release of oxygen, and finally formation of ATP and NADPH. Now, as compared to light-dependent reactions, light-independent reactions occur in the stroma of the chloroplast, and as the name suggests, it does not require light energy. And in light-independent reactions, carbon dioxide along with ATP and NADPH forms glucose, and then this glucose is used by a plant. That's all about the summary of light-dependent and independent reactions in a plant. Thank you and happy learning.